All right, and we're back with the Tangent Podcast. We're coming into the Drunken News.
It's a little different.
That's me.
Brian,
Yeah.
Maestro,
Yes.
go
The
ahead.
doctor.
I want to be sedated.
All right, so we've got 20 pages of news here, but the most important piece, this one right here. I know that these guys are going to do their ritualistic thing, but I'm just going to go around and talk about the most important news this week is the Super Mario Brothers movie is getting a release date on Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah.
Or re-release on Blu-ray with a limited edition steelbook from Zavvi.
This is
I don't know
breaking-
what Zavvi is.
breaking
It's
news.
probably a website. But Nintendo Everything broke that the 1993 Super Mario Brothers film is seeing another release on Blu-ray towards the beginning of 2017. Zavvi is now taking pre-orders for the limited edition steelbook, which is an exclusive at the UK
Trying to put
retailer.
my lips on it.
That would make sense as to why I've never heard of them, because they're in the UK. But Zavvi is taking pre-orders now, and it should ship by February 13th. This fucking guy.
I think we're all picking that up.
I
picking
was
this
twisting the cap
Yeah.
on it. So
Who's
that's good.
actually buying this steelbook? Raise your hand.
What was the price?
No one raised their hand.
I might.
It's
I
probably
might.
I'd say probably $30, 30 to $40.
I might pick it up just to have it. I mean, it's one of those movies that I feel is it's so bad it's good.
I feel like it's so bad it's
Blu-rays
bad.
are too expensive.
No,
Stood the test of time.
What? Blu-rays are now
It's
like the
gonna
DVD. Now you
Yeah.
got the 4K
You
Blu-ray
say it's
that are
gonna be
like
like
35 bucks.
I'm not into that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be.
no. I'm excited. I would like to see that movie again. I haven't
No,
seen it in a
you
long
wouldn't.
time.
In
Don't
Blu-ray.
would.
You want to see
The
the crisp-
Goombas
yeah.
were like the best thing ever.
What, the elevator scene where they're like, oh, I don't know where
The
I'm
one has the
going.
harmonica.
How they know
Oh,
all this.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like
Man.
the good Goomba.
Yeah. Luigi was a man in that movie.
Yeah, John Leguizamo.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
One
That chick
Stinky
was a
dinky.
smoke too.
Crushed it.
April? Or
Yeah.
not April.
Yeah.
Right.
She does a little
She-
April
she-
O'Neil.
Yeah, she had a little April O'Neil in her.
Anyways, moving on. So more Nintendo news. So Justin, stick with us, please. So
Took some Benadryl, so this could be tough.
the Nintendo Switch preview event announced for North America. So the new console will be at PAX South in San Antonio in January 27th and 29th, as well as PAX East in Boston from March 10th to the 12th. I think they're going to hit that
shit.
March 10th goal or that day because it's Mario Day. There's no way they don't fucking hit that, and if you don't, you're a nincompoop.
Well, we going to PAX?
Lincoln
You're going to pick it up before PAX?
I'm going to pick it up the night before PAX and then go.
Hit PAX? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
You'll be
Yep.
jazzed up.
I'll be all sleepy from playing it all night, I'm sure, depending if there's any games. Let's see. Yeah, that's really it for that.
See ya. You should start throwing it.
Give
Yeah.
it a throw.
Nice. Let's go.
Sorry, Gary.
When I did it, I like to crumple it up.
Yeah, all right, I'll
Pro
crumple it
tip.
up.
After a
and
couple
win.
misses.
Pro tip. So the NES Classic number isn't a typo. Apparently, they sold 196,000 units in the month of November.
Should have
That's
been 100 million. Okay, they needed to make a bunch more of these motherfuckers.
He's not wrong.
They really
No.
do.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Although the Famicom Classic Mini sold about 262,000 units in Japan in its first week of sales.
Shit.
So maybe
Womp womp.
just make some more NES Classic remix, whatever.
They could have easily sold 1 million, though. Probably
Yeah.
500,000, 1 million.
If they had enough of them,
they had
I
enough.
would have
So,
bought
yeah.
one. If I could have found it at a Target,
Yes,
if
that's
I
going to
walked
hit.
in
Amazon.
to a store and it was there, I would have bought it.
yeah,
That's going
absolutely.
to hit so many different age groups of people with that thing. It's crazy.
They fucked that up.
Yeah.
Christmas time would have been perfect. It would have been
Yeah.
perfect.
It would have been popping off.
nostalgia,
It was in
Christmas
everybody's
gift.
Amazon account waiting, and it just never came.
Yeah, the page didn't refresh quick enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. All right. So, in other Nintendo news that's a little disappointing, players are complaining about the high data use for the persistent internet in Super Mario Run. So, apparently, the game uses about 75 megabits per hour near constant play.
shitload.
That's a
Bytes.
lot of
Bytes.
fucking data.
Holy moly.
75 megabytes.
Bytes.
Too many bytes.
Megabits?
Bytes.
Bytes.
Megabytes?
Sorry, megabytes.
Okay.
Expert.
Yeah,
Just double
expert.
checking. I was making sure.
So apparently, some players are seeing that they have to repeat re-downloading the game, and before playing the tutorial, some users are seeing consumed data grow over 150 megabytes. So it sounds like you re-download it, you have to reuse the data again for
that's
the
how
first
downloading works.
for the first level. So for the tutorial level, so they're hitting you with that as well. Apparently, let's see. Apple Insider spoke with the engineering sources within Apple iOS App Store, who told Apple Insider that, quote, the game is chatty. Nintendo is doing a lot of fat packet data shuffling back and forth to its own back end.
Dude. Everything.
Who wrote
Go,
this?
do that again. Everything.
Say that again.
I read it correctly,
I know.
just so we
Read
know.
it again. Yeah.
Nintendo's doing a lot of fat packet data shuffling back and forth to its own back end.
Like a fat packet.
And if a packet fails, it'll keep trying for a bit until it gives up and errors out. This is all data use.
That sounds like Dr. Seuss tried to make like a sexy novel or something. But that last sentence you just read, I'm still thinking about it. That
Didn't
was
rhyme.
ridiculous.
But
Yeah.
I tweeted out that, I mean, when I tried to play, didn't have a connection, couldn't play.
That sucks.
Kind of horseshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Could
fun.
have a connection.
Unlimited
Drained all your
data.
data.
Anyone buy it?
Nope. Nah. I just passed on it. Passed
Good.
on it. So we got some Nintendo Switch news or rumors, speculation. We'll find out
Sources.
in about 2 weeks when the 13th comes around, when they have their Switch presentation. But according to Nintendo World Report, the Chronos Group officially listed the upcoming console as confirming to several of the graphical API standards it's responsible for. I don't know what I just read, but I'm going to continue reading. The Nintendo Switch is officially compliant with the new Vulkan Graphics Application Programming Interface. Application
really
Programming Interface is an API. I just read that and figured it out on my own.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
very astute.
So apparently it's showing compliance with an OpenGL 4.5 and an OpenGL ES 3.2.
Gary,
Elite,
stop.
Gary,
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 expert.
please
Yeah,
enlighten
you're our
us.
expert.
Yeah, well, you got to look at the teraflops.
God, Mike, can you explain?
I don't know. He's the elite PC
It's
gamer
all
over there.
hidden.
Do you actually know what this is?
It's all
about
hidden
the
within the
teraflops.
teraflop.
How many teraflops?
Teraflops and dongles? Is that what that
Yeah,
is?
teraflops.
I
and
need more
dongles.
Not
dongles. I
6.
need more teraflops.
Need
The
them.
Switch.
I
is
need them
gonna be
yesterday.
Garbage.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I believe it's AMD's new graphics API. So it's just the most current. It's actually a very current one, which is good.
All right.
So
It's an
meaning
up-to-date.
graphically it can play.
Throw him at the camera now.
Yeah.
It could
throw
do
it
But
in
it's
that
saying
way.
that it can play.
Play like
hit it, okay.
current.
Yeah, well, I'm
it's a
trying
current.
to like get close, but not actually hit the camera.
That'd be nice.
Anyways, the Nintendo Switch apparently is using the NVIDIA Tegra X1 SoC clock speeds has been outed.
That's the one I would probably use.
I like
Yeah.
the S1
Tegra.
So the Nintendo
125?
Switch will be powered by
pretty good.
Integra's older,
Wow.
NVIDIA's older Tegra X1 and not its upcoming Tegra X2, as it was
Which was a
initially
bold
rumored.
move by them
Bold
because
move.
I thought they were going to go
Because
with
the
the two.
X3.
Is going to give it to you.
yeah.
Anyways, so it's a disappointment
Wow.
for those expecting an Xbox One or PS4 power for the portable. Multiple sources have confirmed to Digital Foundry that the Switch will run its GPUs at 2 different clock speeds. When docked, the GPU will run at 768 megahertz.
Yep.
Megahertz. Already lower than the 1 gigahertz Shield Android TV. But when used as the portable, the Switch downclocks the GPU to 307.2 megahertz, just 40% of the clock speed when docked. Given that the Switch is highly likely to use a 720p screen rather than a 1080, it's currently assumed that the 6.2 inch LCD multi-touch screen will actually be supported. The games will run at 1080 when docked, but it sounds like it's going to downgrade at 720. God Mike and I were actually talking a little bit about this off air, but God Mike, you want to tell us what this actually means?
I don't
So-
think it really means anything. It means that it
okay.
runs, well, the GPU runs slower, but it makes sense because the screen is smaller. So the resolution's lower. So it doesn't need
Right.
to
And my
clock
initial
as high.
my initial thought was, oh, okay, so what does that mean for, draw distance, slowdown, things of that nature? That makes me very hesitant. For not an elitist like yourself, Gary.
You don't have to-
Apparently,
He remembers when he was
Steve
there.
Leave this
informed me
conversation.
that that's not on the GPU.
I
It's
think
on
the CPU usually
CPU.
does draw distance. I mean, it's something you can make the CPU do rather than the GPU.
So
for
it
sure.
doesn't sound like if they were smart.
GPU's more of a,
You got all that.
Dude, this is the worst conversation
more of a
I've
fill
ever
rate.
heard.
This is shit you need to know.
But I don't think it's a big deal. it just be, it's the same reason you can get away
It's gonna look good portably.
portably.
It'll look good because it's gonna look like
It's
the
on a
best portable
right.
console you've ever seen.
It only has to push graphics to a 720p screen, whereas when it's docked, it's got to do 1080.
1080 and then
so,
output to the.
and the resolution difference between those two is large enough that you can clock it down.
Yeah.
But
it is downgraded.
You want me to read
Well,
these
down
specs?
clicks,
No.
No.
Don't read
Not
the
really.
specs.
You don't
No,
have
go
to.
ahead.
It comes with, I think it's 4 gigs of RAM though, which is
I'll
good.
green light those
4
specs.
gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
That's good. That's better than
What-
2.
What's it flopping out at?
Flopping out at 6. But you know what? I will tell you.
Okay.
You won't be able to upgrade the goddamn battery.
Oh,
Can't
well,
upgrade the battery for the
potentially,
Nintendo Switch, so that could be a huge issue because when the Wii U launched, the huge thing was, hey, the gamepad battery sucks. This guy will tell you
Yeah,
until the cows
over.
come home
Yeah.
that his fucking gamepad
maybe they'll make
stinks.
a dongle for it.
Maybe they'll make a dongle. Although, however, they're saying that it won't be possible with the Switch. Consumers will be stuck with however much battery life is in Nintendo's next gaming console at launch. So maybe down the line you might be able to get something, but it looks like they have no initial thought of, hey, if you don't like this only lasting 5 to 8 hours or whatever
Switch
it's
it.
going to be.
Is there anything
Just
they
the
can do
hacks.
update-wise to something that
No,
could make
you would
less
have
of the
to-
battery?
You would have to.
Interface.
Oh, I don't think so.
Software.
You would have
Lower
to
the
do
clocks
like,
even more.
yeah, you would need to.
Can you just take away the teraflops? Is that how that works?
Yes, kind of.
Yep. You need the teraflops.
You need the teraflops.
I don't think, I'd imagine
Teraflop?
the battery's going to be decent. I don't know, something we'll have to see. Because I guess the 3DS,
Well,
the original 3DS battery was shit. That was a major complaint. But then they kind of fixed it with the XL and
Yeah. I feel like I could leave this thing in storage for like a year and come
Yeah.
back and probably
well,
still
the
be
Pro controller was fucking
70 hours. Of
yeah,
like
like
a Pro controller
insane.
Yeah.
The best battery life for control. I've not used the Xbox. Other
It's
one,
it's better than
is
better
it?
than a fully charged 360.
Which is
I mean, it gets
It's-
70 hours of playtime.
yeah.
So
Where's that?
the last piece of Nintendo news that we have this week, and thank you for sticking with us, handsome, is that Nintendo registered for a new Japanese trademark for the image of a Super Famicom controller. It was officially filed December 5th. And if you're wondering why this is important, it's probably because they're going to make a Super or a Famicom Mini or a Super
NES.
Nintendo Mini, just like they did.
Yeah, the key word is
You'll
A.
never- you'll never
They're gonna probably
find it,
just
though.
make one. Everybody can fucking
On eBay.
stab each other to death for them.
Yeah, fair
on
enough.
that boat.
I would certainly buy one. I actually never owned a Super Nintendo, so I would
Neither
really
did
like
I.
to actually have one. I played most of the Super Nintendo games on my GBA or my Nintendo DS when they re-released them, so I did miss a ton. But I would be really excited to play some of the classics on there, like Super Metroid, Super Mario RPG.
Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana.
Well,
There's
I've played
tons
Chrono
of-
Trigger, Secret of Mana. I played a little bit of, but there's
Breath
a lot
of
of
Fire,
games.
there's
There's a
a
lot of
shit ton.
You're hitting a lot of JRPGs that I think that they would probably
Final
skip
Fantasy.
over some of them.
Yeah, most of them probably.
If you're only getting 30 games out of that, you're not getting.
Super Mario World.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of Mario, a lot of Zelda. But anyways,
Moving on. We're
moving
done
on.
with- No more Nintendo.
Gary, news for you. News for you. Windows 10 is getting a
Oh.
game mode apparently, which is dumb that they don't already have it. But hey, whatever.
Whatever.
But
They were
Nintendo's
waiting for me.
sorry, PC Gamer broke that Windows Central
Start it up.
said that
what's
it
the
will
teraflops?
function similarly to the Xbox OS, which allocates resources to ensure that the games run as well as they possibly can. That's a dumbed down version.
So you gotta play.
for-
You gotta
they
play Doom. You
reallocate-
gotta play Doom again after this.
Yeah, after this update, I mean, basically what I'm getting on it is that it's going to allocate all your resources to gaming and take everything else away from it when you switch it to the game mode. That it's only going to focus on that, which is great. I mean, they need to. The way that the Xbox app works on PC now is pretty solid. I like it. I use it. I can talk to people on Xbox through my PC. I can pull up the Xbox dashboard, see all game clips, things they're posting, achievements that people are getting. I can stream straight to my Xbox from my PC. So they're integrating Xbox and Windows, and this is just one step further, which is great. Because down the line, like what they did with like Quantum Break is, you buy an Xbox exclusive for Xbox,
and then it goes to
PC.
PC.
you get
Windows
the,
10.
You
Yep.
get the PC version of it as well, and vice versa, which is really cool for someone like myself that I have it. But then if I want to play with my friends on the console in a multiplayer, or if I want to play it on PC, I can do both, which is really cool. So they're just keep on.
Keep on, keep on,
Keep it on,
Keep it on. Keep it on.
Very
keep it
cool.
on.
Keep on trucking.
keep it
So
on.
Blizzard celebrates 20 years of Diablo.
Yeah.
So let's
Sick
see.
fucking game.
On December 31st, Blizzard Entertainment is thrilled to commemorate 20 years of Diablo. For this,
Hardcore
you'll
shit.
be able to experience special in-game goodies and events in Diablo 3, Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone, Overwatch, StarCraft 2, and World of Warcraft to celebrate a few of the things that Blizzard has loved about Diablo. So Diablo 3, you're going to recapture the feeling of your very first playthrough through the original Diablo with the Darkening of Tristram Tribute event.
Can you
Anthony
sprint?
just got a boner. Adventure through the reimagined
Sounded like
version of
disgusting.
Yeah.
the original
Have you played the
cathedral
original?
in Diablo 3 and keep an eye out for some familiar items.
Because you can't run in the
Played
original.
through.
The first Diablo.
Oh
ever?
no, you played Diablo 3.
Diablo 3, yeah.
So it sounds like you're going to be able, they're recreating the,
Original Tristram.
yeah,
With Griswold before he went rogue.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't played the new ones, but
Mhm.
yeah,
And
this
Fairies
is
and
just,
La La Land,
Yeah,
yep.
I'll be going back. I'll see what they do.
Very cool. Heroes of the Storm. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Yeah,
off.
fuck everything else. Just
Yeah.
Diablo. I
Sure.
don't know what they're doing for Hearthstone. Like, yeah,
Heroes of the Storm, the Battle of High Heavens continues with the Diablo-themed portrait is up for
Yeah.
grabs. Can you emerge victorious? Hearthstone.
Also,
Yep.
Here's the Storm, because
Genji Oni skin.
Yes.
We'll talk off air. I gotta talk to you about that for a little bit.
because you have to play with a friend.
I got a buddy that wants to play with you.
on PC.
Yeah, on
It's
PC. Yeah, I got a friend at work that wants to play.
All right, perfect.
Hearthstone. In this tavern brawl, hooded stranger awaits, holding a grim deck in his hand. Will you unravel the secrets surrounding this dark wanderer?
Or will you fall victim to his deck? I'll find out. The 30th anniversary.
25th.
That's disgusting.
Overwatch. Bring the battle for Sanctuary into the fight for future and the in-game sprays representing your favorite Diablo 3 classes, along with a new player icon modeled after the Lord of Terror. I'm sure I'll get all of those in my fucking terrible loot
It's all
boxes.
sprays and an icon.
Yep, I'll hit all of them. I won't.
I'm disappointed just for just give us one
Skin.
skin.
Yeah.
I don't care who it was for. Just give us a skin Overwatch. That's all
Yeah.
people care about.
The voodoo
And-
one, the voodoo guy would be pretty good for Junkrat,
The witch.
the witch doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Anyways,
would
we
be
could
good.
speculate all day on this.
Yeah.
Necromancer. for,
StarCraft 2 put the Lord of Terror to work for you in this Diablo-themed portrait worker. Do you know what that is?
What
A
game is
I
it?
worker
guess-
portrait for StarCraft 2?
That's for you. I don't know.
Maybe the workers are a class,
That's what I'm
and
saying,
then their
yeah.
picture will be
Oh,
different.
yeah, that would make
But
sense.
it'd be
Okay.
drone because it's drone pro.
I don't. I
and-
haven't played in a very long time. so-
Sure. But the last thing that they're including is in the world of Warcraft, strange things are afoot in the world of Azeroth as denizens of Sanctuary cross over into an unfamiliar world. So maybe they'll.
Shit. It's the Sanctuary in Diablo 3 at the end when he storms, I think,
Shit.
to fight Diablo.
What?
Bethesda's cool.
Bethesda is really cool, but Blizzard is what we're talking about.
Oh, excuse me.
Nailed it.
You know, I always got them on the brain.
Yeah.
Blizzard.
But speaking of another cool developer from software, may actually not be working on Bloodborne 2. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the older article that said that they liked what Bloodborne did, but they're going to stop it for now. They might come back at a later date. So it sounds like they're not working on it. In an exclusive article with Game Rant, members of the team from Software who developed the PlayStation 4 exclusive hit Bloodborne said that they are hard at work on more games for 2017. However, this may not include a sequel to Bloodborne. Thoughts on those that played
Disappointed.
Bloodborne?
I mean,
his-
they got to stick to what they're doing.
I don't know. His new IP
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's has nothing to do with, I guess, Dark Souls
Hide-
or Bloodborne.
Hayataka Miyazaki.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah,
enough.
Miyazaki has moved
Sounds
on from
right.
the Soul series and Bloodborne to work on a new IP. That game may or may not come out in 2017. We don't know, but hey, I think Bloodborne, I don't know much about it. I think that another IP, if he basically does.
So what's the worst thing that happens?
Yeah.
It's not good, and he comes back to what's fucking really good, and he crushes one out for you. So
I like the formula now of making Bloodborne, making Dark Souls,
yeah.
making Bloodborne, making Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Like,
He
but
might
what if
rotate
there's a
between-
third one that's like really good and it's different and it's not dark and bloody like crazy? It's
always
or
gonna
maybe
be
it
dark.
still
something
is.
completely different, but the gameplay is still the same. You know what I mean? If it's
I
not
don't
that
know,
crazy.
but I think other companies are jumping on the formula. Like, we
well,
seem to
yeah,
be
like that.
different.
What's the
Neo.
sci-fi
Surge.
Surge? The sci-fi
Surge,
one.
and then you have Neo,
Neo.
that's coming out for PS4. What people are excited about. Thank you, God Mike.
God Mike just tooted right into the microphone.
I don't
guys.
think.
Just
But
Right
yeah,
into it.
Surge, I'm really excited about. So I mean, maybe they see that
It's being hot.
that there's other companies now going into that same market. Maybe they're going to step away for a sec and make people like
Something new.
Pull the
Just
rug out from
completely-
under him.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden be like Dark Souls 4, and then it's just
One
shades
Face trying to-
all
Bloodborne
over
2. Yeah,
everything else, you know. So maybe we'll see.
very cool. But we're gonna end under your not under your thumb. We're gonna end this drunken news with the free games that are upcoming this month. So we've got the PlayStation and the Xbox Live games with gold. So PlayStation Plus games for January 2017 are as followed: Day of the Tentacle remastered for the PS4 and PS Vita.
Gotta get that.
It's actually pretty funny if
Yeah,
you've never played
great.
it. This War of Mine, The Little Ones, PS4, Blaze
Dust it off.
Rush for the PS3, The Swindle, PS3, PS4, and PlayStation Vita. I'm actually excited about that one. I've always wanted to buy it, but I've just never really been like, you know what, this looks like it's 15 to 20
Yeah.
bucks. So for free, absolutely. As Kend 2, PlayStation Vita, I have no fucking clue what that is. And Titan Souls, PS Vita and PS4. I would highly recommend picking this up. This is Shadow of the Colossus, but 8-bit. Top down. It's a lot of fun.
Is that the guy with the one little arrow?
Yep, the one little arrow. You play as a guy with a bow and arrow, and you have one arrow,
shot.
and
You talked about this
he
quite
did.
a while back.
yeah, and it's a ton of fun. I would recommend picking it up, especially if you have a Vita. It's a lot of fun on the Vita, but PS4 is just as good. And for the Xbox Live games with gold in 2017, Xbox One owners will be able to download Neocore's games World of Van Helsing, Death Trap, all month long. So feel free to pass on that one. And then the
That game fucking blows. And that was a free to play game like months ago.
yeah.
Like half a year ago, that was
And
free to play.
now they
and-
brought it
Trying
back.
again.
They brought it back.
Man,
and I downloaded
Xbox
it.
does that so often.
And I played literally 5 minutes of that game and was like, this is
Wait, was it worse than that other game you guys played?
yeah.
That you ranked in for
Super
worse?
Dungeon Bros.
Super Dungeon Bros.
It's worse
We
than-
played that for like an hour. This I played for like 5 minutes.
Called
And
it,
it's
yeah.
like top down. And I thought like I like top down twin stick shooters like that type of stuff.
no good.
No, that was bad.
But the other game that you'll be able to download from January 16th through February 15th is Iron Galaxy's Ultra Edition of Killer Instinct Season 2. I'll
Might
download
be-
it because I like fighting games. I didn't really enjoy Killer Instinct, but I'll dive back in, see if I like it,
Full goal?
uninstall it if I need to. But on the 360, players will get Double Fine's adventure game The Cave, which I have no idea what that is, from January 1st to the 15th, and the classic Ubisoft platformer Rayman Origins from January 16th through the 31st.
Not bad.
Pick that up.
360 is not
That's
bad.
really, really good. But that's going to be it for this week's Drunken News. We're going to take a quick break and come back what we're doing on the site, our Twitter handles, and all that jazz. So stay tuned.